I was born Lady and my siblings and I had all the necessities and trinkets that we could ever desire. My father had the ear of the emperor, after all. That's what happened when you were part of the Elder Council. His influence ran deep, as did his pockets. But when you live a life where you're handed everything on a silver platter, and there's little to no consequence for your actions, it was quite easy to lose your morals. What I'm trying to say is that my father was not a nice man. He had no regards for the lower class citizens and treated the servants terribly. And even though I was the oldest child, my opinion on how he handled matters meant little to him, regardless of how much of a fuss I made or what I tried to do to help those less fortunate than me. So, one day I rescinded my family name, told my father to go screw himself, and joined the Fighters Guild. Not necessarily in that order. And that was the day I became Cat Emberheart. In the Fighters Guild, I learned how to fight. I grew strong and skilled, participating in missions that took me many places. But something just seemed off. Yes, I was doing good by taking out bandits and disposing of dangerous creatures. But in the end, being part of the Fighters Guild meant that I was nothing more than a hired sword, and it didn't sit well with me. I worked like this for a couple years, but then I was approached by a man, a recruiter for the Blades, the elite force sworn to protect and serve the Dragonborn. He knew my history, who I really was, and my desire for peace. He promised that by joining them, I would be able to make a difference. So, I did, and I've been with them ever since. And yes, I have been able to make a difference in keeping people safe, which is why I'm the one they're sending to the Somerset Isles to keep an eye on the rumors of rebellion.
Hello, hi, I am Ragna, or Ragna Heartrender. Are we doing professional type things here? Have I already done this wrong? Okay, anyway, work through it, Ragna. This is fine. I have business in the Isles, so if you know the local Fighters Guild representative, that would be very helpful. Thank you. See, I can be professional. Me and Bashir have been traveling for a while now, and here Somerset is supposed to be beautiful. Much of Tamriel has been beautiful, but there is always more to discover. If I feel down, I can always think that somewhere else in the world is a special place where... No, you do not want to hear about that. You want to hear about daring exploits and narrow escapes, yes? I have made a bit of a name for myself exploring and guiding others through tombs and lost mines and that sort of thing. But Ragna, you may be saying, are there not curses and draugr and spiders down there? To which I say, ha 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 ha, yes, but you cannot be cursed as long as you wear blue socks. In a tomb, anyway. Red socks for mines. Draugr are just doing their job, same as us. A little stabbing, a little fire, no big deal. And without spiders, where would we get jelly? Anyway, I was saying something about travel? Right. So, here in the Pocket Guide to the Empire, you can see where each of the islands... Wait, where are you going?
My name is Aoife Gellert, and my story is a simple one. Well, sort of. As a young girl in Skyrim, I would always taste for being smaller than the others, particularly by one of the bigger girls, Ragna. You might have heard of her. As I grew, I worked hard, training to become stronger and faster. I may have also followed in Ragna's footsteps and joined the Fighters Guild. But it weren't enough. I wanted, nay, I needed real power. So, off into the woods I went searching. And like any good story, I found myself a prince. Now, if this were a fairy tale, that'd be the end of it. But for me, it were only the beginning. Now I have power and strength, a few new improvements, and a pretty title to go along with him. But if you know stories, you know power always comes with a price. I'm in Somerset now with a task set for me by my prince, and ooh, it is a daunting one. If I fail, the price I'll be paying is quite high indeed. So I guess I'd better not screw this up.
Well, hello. My name is Altamir Varaza, but you can just call me Alt. I am but a simple wandering performer, a troubadour and illusionist, usually traveling with my troupe along the countrysides of Tamriel. Shortly after falling in love and having me, my parents, both brilliant musicians, joined a performing company after meeting in the grand city of Daggerfall. I grew up with the rumble of the wagon calming me to sleep each night. I learned a lot from my parents on the road about music, science, history, performance, and embraced some of the magic I found inside and channeled it into the arts. Illusions and music became my friends, the troupe became our family, and we lived on the road like this for most of my life until my 8th birthday. Then, I'm sad to say, my parents abandoned me in Daggerfall, never to return from a mysterious midnight departure. I grew up thereafter alone and homeless on the city streets, learning to use my arts to subsist meal to meal, and sometimes using trickery to help those less fortunate than the high-browed nobles of the city. Eventually, I rejoined the traveling troupe and honed my skills as a multifaceted performer. I yearned to fill my audiences with wonder and inspiration, to lift them up with hope, the same hope I strive to keep alight within myself of reuniting with my parents someday. After all, if a performer does not believe in his own tales, how is he to win over his audience? Recently, life has been tumultuous, to say the least. It's been quite the draining experience, and I find myself caught in a struggle of self-rediscovery. I am now en route to the far Somerset Isles. After a bit of an accident I had, I was told someone there might be able to help me. Who knows where this chapter will lead next?
You sleep rather soundly for a murderer. That's good. A clear conscience is necessary for what I am about to propose. You prefer silence, then? As do I. For is silence not the embodiment of Sithis himself? My name is Tyrell Andonius, and I represent the will of the Night Mother. She's been watching you as you kill, admiring as you end life without pity or remorse, and she is most pleased. That is why I stand here before you with an offering. An opportunity, if you will, to join our rather unique family. You've heard of the Dark Brotherhood, yes? The remorseless guild of paid assassins and homicidal cutthroats? Well, I can assure you that we are such. But more than anything, we are a union of like-minded individuals. Individuals like you. I see I have your attention. Good. Now listen closely. South of the Imperial City lies a small village called Bell's Gate. There you will find a woman named Schlera Cestius. Kill her, and your initiation into the Dark Brotherhood will be complete. Once your task is finished, you will report to Vicente Valtieri in Shadenall to begin your training. And do not worry. He will make himself known to you once you arrive. For now, I must be away. Our mother calls me to Somerset Isles to answer a sacrament. I do hope we meet again soon.
Welcome to the stream, everybody. This is a lot of fun. I'm excited to be here. I am Goat. I will be hosting tonight's game. This is, for those of you who don't know, since the title is wrong on our Twitch video, this is Elder Scrolls D&D. This is going to be a lot of fun. You will be seeing... I'm a bit quiet. Okay, I'll try to fix that. You will be seeing a fair amount of homebrew. You'll be seeing a fair amount of some alternate rules and just little tweaks. So bear with me as we jump into that. But I will go ahead and have everybody just I mean, we just did the big introductions, but just say hi to the fam before we get started. Kat, you're up first.
Hi, I'm Kat Emberheart. My intro is everything you need to know. I am not hiding any secrets, basically. I'm here in Somerset to keep an eye on things for the Blades.
Everyone's a bit quiet. Okay.
Who's next? I'll go next. All right. Well, I'm playing Altamir tonight. And Altamir, well, he's just on a certain historic inquisition, something to pique his curiosity on his own personal journey. He also hears that the Somerset Isles are wonderful this time of year.
I suppose I'll go next. Let me make sure that apparently everybody's audio is a little quiet. But I will fix that. I am Aoife Gallert, and I've got a few things to hide that I'm sure will get revealed as we go on, and probably revealed quite quickly. And yeah, I'm on Somerset because I'm searching for something for my dearest prince, who seems to have lost his favorite object.
Oh, I'll go next. Hello, I'm Ragna. I am very happy to meet all of you. I don't really have too many secrets, I think, especially compared to some. But I am just here to have fun, I guess. Maybe meet some new people and eat some cheeses.
Oh, there will be cheese.
I'm Cyril. And my business is my own.
Alright, so now I believe the audio should be a little updated. Let me know if we're still a little quiet. But I'm going to go ahead and get started. The Somerset Isles are a wonderful place. Especially when I start the music. There we go. The Somerset Isles are a wonderful place. They are a mystery to most of the world, as not too many people travel here, but beautiful nonetheless. Each of you have come to these isles for a different reason, but who knows why? And oh Lord, Graham, what did you just do? Hey Graham, PM me what exactly you want to do with that. Oh, you did. Okay, okay. That's... Alright, so... each of you has come to the city of Skywatch for a different reason. It's a city quite bustling. It's a grand town. There are many different people running around, setting up things. The businesses all seem fairly busy as each of you get off of the boat. Altamir and Tyrrell, you two would be the first to arrive.
Well, isn't this quite a lively place? I didn't know that this was such a bustling dock. Tyrrell, have you been here before?
No.
Finally said.
Shortly thereafter, Kat, I think the three of you were on the same boat. So Kat, Aoife, and Ragna arrive.
Ragna, I've already told you multiple times, jelly does not come from spiders.
But where else would it come from? Have you ever seen, like, a jelly tree?
Do you know what jelly is made out of?
Spiders?
Fruit.
Roots?
Fruit.
Spiders don't have fruit.
Ragna,
Look-
I...
Cat. Sorry. Cat, was it?
Yes.
Sorry. I've known that one for a very long time, and I will tell you, arguing with her about such things is rather useless.
Oh, little Aoife. She always knows me best.
I'll take your word for it, but it's not a hard concept.
Ragnar, how many times must I tell you? Stop calling me Little Aoife.
Well, jelly is soft. It would not be a hard concept, no.
But
As the
Not wrong.
arguments continue, you all do find that the city is quite busy. Where would you all like to go first?
Is this a very busy dock? Is this like a kind of like busy marketplace, or is it just a couple of ships that are?
There are a fair number of ships that are currently, docking, unloading, offloading. Most of them are merchant ships. Yours is one of the only ones that's carrying a lot of passengers.
Tyrell, do you know where anything would be around here? You seem so knowledgeable about things.
I gesture broadly to the city before us, and right there. I've never
Yes.
been here. I don't know where things are.
Ah, I didn't know if you had any other information. Well, I suppose let's find a tavern first. I wouldn't be complaining if I found some wine nearby. Do they have wine here?
Of course. You are in a town that is the epitome of high society. There's wine of all varieties.
And that's where he's going, wherever it leads.
All right, well, right off the dock, there is a sort of open-air tavern. You do go into it a bit before you get to the bar, but two of the walls are just gone. They're not there. It does have a large upstairs area that is fully walled in, but there's many tables set out, and it just seems like people can sort of come and go as they please.
Well, I would go up and, hail, bartender.
Oh, fresh off the boat. What brings you all to the Isles?
Oh, just wanted to see the sights. I've heard so many interesting people live here. You, the royalty, is that, are they on this island? Who is that again? I forget their names.
No, the Queen does not live on this island. And I'm sure you'll learn the names soon enough.
I see. Well, bring me your finest wine that the Queen would drink herself. How about that?
All right.
And make it two, and as Tyrell's kind of like nearby, I would like offer him one as well, but not ask if he wanted it, just like order it first.
Forgive me for the intrusion, stranger, but I think I need to see the gold up front.
Oh, well, how much gold does it require?
It's 400.
Okay, maybe the lesser one would be good to
I
start
thought
with.
maybe the lesser wine would be, yes. 2 glasses of a well reputable wine would be 20 gold.
That seems much more reasonable. And bring out the gold.
Excellent, thank you. He goes down and gets out a bottle, simply pours it.
And what was this one called?
Oh, this one comes from, let's see, I believe he's like looking at the label on it. It comes from the northern area of Auradon, near First Hold. It's a pretty recent vintage, but it's a very magically gifted soil.
Just my liking. And I try it.
It's pretty good. Not the best wine you've ever had, but it's definitely good wine.
Should have had the 400 gold one.
I mean, you still can. Kat, Aoife, Ragna, where do we find you all right now?
I like to imagine we're still just getting off the boat. I have Kralis, my brown warhorse, right beside me. You said you had business here with the Fighters Guild, right, Ragna?
Yes, but the boat. I would really like maybe some bread or some place to sit down. Everything's sort of spinning. Bashir also does not like the water so much, I think. And Ragna has next to her a Sench tiger, who's like a large pony-sized panther. Black but dappled with kind of like a moon gray coat. No bridle, but little saddle.
Yeah, it was a very long trip, but I'll accompany you over to Fighters Guild after we get some food.
Food, yes.
Well,
Aoife?
I could use a bite myself. Just let me collect elk. Because Aoife has no time for fake names for animals. So her elk is called Elk. Yeah. I don't mind the water, but I could sure look forward to standing on some dry land for a minute.
Yeah, I concur. It looks like there's a place for the hungry passengers right here.
The closer, the better. Big elk, little Aoife.
I'll lean over to you, Aoife.
Huh.
It's okay. It'll be fine. Us shorties can stick together.
Thank you very much. It's okay. You know, you'd think after this many years I'd have been used to it, but here we are. Ragna, you know I can take you in a fight now, right?
Oh, you're so cute.
Yeah, cute. That's the right word for me. Cute. Ugh.
You all managed to make it over to this open air tavern area, where a few of you may spot a person or two that you recognize up at the bar.
Harold, there's no reason you shouldn't drink this. I've already paid for it. I don't know if you're trying to go off somewhere.
Fine. And I just down the whole fucking thing in one gulp. Are you happy now?
Not really, but it'll do.
I'll be happier in a second.
Is there anything else I can get you?
No.
Silence, then.
Silence.
Your favorite order.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to make my way up to the bar.
All
And
right.
I sort of look at Altimer for a moment, like a little confused. Don't I know you?
Oh, I haven't seen a face like yours in quite a long time. Usually they come painted on stage more so than in the wild, so to speak. But yes, I know your face anywhere. What was it?
I do know you. You're that performer.
And you a huntress? Is that the case?
Yeah. Well, yes. That is in fact the case.
I believe you saved my hide not long ago. You know, I made a ballad about you.
You did.
Oh yes, I'll have to
No.
share it sometime. It wasn't my best work,
Wow.
but it dealt the job.
The bartender comes
Well,
over and says, "You write ballads."
Oh, well, yes, of course.
Well, this
I'm
is
a performer.
the Skywatch.
I
is
saw him
a
once. He was very
performer
good.
City. Why don't you give us a taste there?
Oh, well, you know, I'm just fresh off the boat, and, well, wine does help. Look, how about this? What if I were to come back, say, later and throw a couple coins in a hat for your patrons to gather them here?
Maybe after the Cannon Reeves big announcement. I'm sure that'll be a good time. People's spirits will probably need to be raised a bit.
Now I've heard of that word before. The cannonry, you said?
The Cannon Reeve.
Cannonreeve, and what are they planning to do today? That's such a somber mood to descend upon the people.
I don't know where you've been lately, but Emperor Septim was assassinated about 2 weeks ago.
We just out of game. We have heard this before, right?
Everyone has heard that the Emperor has been assassinated.
Just making sure. Well, yes, I have heard that news, but the connection to the Cannonreeve, I'm not particularly in the know.
Oh, you certainly... I don't know where you've come from, friend. The Cannon Reeves is the one who... not really... What's a word? Where are you from?
Oh, well, have you ever heard of High Rock before?
Ah, Breton. Okay. The Cannon Reeve is like your city-state governors. They manage the city. They're appointed by the queen. So, the Cannon Reeve here is Aelrin Danye. House Danye has been... Well, they've been consistently appointed as the Cannon Reeves of the city ever since the Veiled Heritance fiasco a few hundred years back. They've done quite well. The city is very prosperous.
Are they as highbrowed as the High Rock nobles?
Son, the Altmer invented highbrow.
Then I look forward to knocking off their faces. But who's to say? What is this speech they're making?
Well, they're addressing the death of the Emperor. How that's going to affect us, what we're going to do. Skywatch operates on a trade town primarily, so suddenly lack of central governance might affect us a bit.
Well, then a cheery song it will be tonight.
Excellent. I appreciate that.
Now, Aoife, I, of all places, did not expect to reunite with you here on Somerset.
Oh, yeah, double goes for you, Altimer. I'm sorry. These are my, well, friends, I suppose you could call them. Kat and Ragna.
I wave.
Aoife, do you have a friend?
I sort of, kind of.
I stand up out of the out of the bar seat and give a way over flamboyant bow.
I'll just straight out hold my hand to you. Cat Emberheart.
Altamir Veraza, pleasure.
I'm Ragna Heartrender. Very
Oh.
pleased to meet you.
Yes,
Who's
quite
your-
a tall one you are.
She
Not
is.
around these parts, it seems. What about your silent friend there?
Oh, this one's Tyrrell. He's harmless. He doesn't like wine very much, at least from what I can tell.
Tyrrell.
Yeah. Hi. Hello.
Hi. Well, I have reasons for coming to Somerset. What brings you here? Also, you
Oh.
look different than the last time I saw you.
Oh, you know, learning how to exercise more properly on the road has done wonderful things for me. Yes, but I'm just here purely for a muse and an inspiration, just a curiosity of a couple questions I have about some of the people here, shall we say?
Couple of questions.
And I hear that they also worship Daedra. I've never heard of that before.
I've never heard of Daedra worship before?
Oh, well, not as openly as here. It is it not forbidden where you come from?
Oh, I mean, sure it is. That's sort of, well, part of the reason I'm here, but only partly.
Well, gather around and please join. I would buy their finest wine, but I hear it's very expensive. So don't go there.
It's not that good.
Oh, I'll take your word for it.
I'll talk to the barkeep. Just a couple meals, please. For me and my friends.
Certainly. The catch of the days have just come in, and we're prepping them up right now. It'll be 5 or 10 minutes.
Oh, excuse me. Do you have water?
Well, of course.
I would like some water, please.
Do you want a whole skin, or just a glass, or...
A glass for now, I think.
Okay. Goes
Make
back
that
and...
too.
Oh, okay. Grabs 2 tankards and a large skin, which doesn't look like any hide skin you've seen before, and, like, pours it in. And slides them over.
I'll take a
Thank
whiskey.
I like you.
Thank
Pops
you.
up in a bottle.
That
Pours.
one of those.
Oh.
Alright, he speaks. Alright.
I'm gonna need it a barrel.
The water is free. Not a big deal. 3 gold each for the whiskey.
Of course. Thank you kindly.
Of course.
So, Ragna, we're done here. What time of day is it? Go. Time.
Sorry, have to unmute myself everywhere. It is... It's like around 11 o'clock. It's like late morning.
So, I'll accompany you to the Fighters Guild when we're done here, Ragna. Get you situated.
Oh, yeah, sure. That would be fine.
Are you 2 warriors?
Yeah.
I would have never guessed by the blaze at your side, but I just figured I'd make sure.
Oh, I have a, I should probably explain. Ragna has a very large, longbow and like a little dagger, but quiver. But I fight with the arrows, yes.
You're very
Cat.
perceptive, Alt.
Oh yes, my good eye, and I point to my my milky one.
And you are a
Oh.
singer?
Just a performer, yes. Singer, illusionist, troubadour. I grew up on the road, traveling and performing, so I have many different faceted skills for such a performance.
He's very talented. I got to see him, oh gosh, years ago?
At least, I would say.
At least.
Considering your ballad took about 17 drafts. So yes, that would be about then.
That is, frankly, far too many for someone like me. Or, well, who I was at the time anyway. But that's very kind of you.
I mean, saving us from that beast, it's nothing to downplay.
I'd like to hear this ballad at some point.
Well, like I
Would
said,
I?
it wasn't my finest, but I could scrounge it up out of my notebook.
I would love to hear it. Aoife has always been a bit of a work in progress, but I bet a ballad would be just the thing.
I think I've found that most people are a work in progress. If you've stopped, then why have you not continued to progress?
If you're dead.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. So you're going to the Fighters Guild after this to slay some vagabonds or something else valiant on this isle?
Oh, no. The Fighters Guild doesn't really have vagabonds. And I think maybe murder in City Central is frowned upon? Yes? Ragna would look at the bartender.
Yes.
Clarification.
Yes. Murder is frowned upon, as in most civilized places.
Ah, see? Civilized.
That's why you have to go to the uncivilized places, Ragna.
Yes, I suppose. Will you come with me, Ragna? Nope, I'm Ragna. Aoife,
To the uncivilized
this
places?
really water?
I assure you, it is water. The boat ride
Alright.
may have been taken a bit more out of
So
you than maybe you
hot.
anticipated.
It was very turbulent. I'll give you that.
I don't feel so well.
You
Yes,
want
I
me to
don't-
go with you to the uncivilized places, Ragnar? I can
Thank
show
you,
you some
Aoife.
uncivilized places.
I'm not sure if this one, Tyrrell here, is feeling well either. He hasn't spoken much all trip. He must be feeling very ill.
I don't speak much in general.
Ah. I don't understand that much, but I respect it.
Oh, I can tell.
Well, Ragna, if you're not feeling that well, maybe you should rest up before doing your guild duties.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe just to sit.
I was probably going to find a place where I could stay the night nearby. If you want, we could all find a similar establishment together.
I'm not picky. And you all seem like interesting folks. And I know Aoife and Ragnar, good company. Despite their bickering.
Oh, we are good friends.
Bartender, is there a good place to stay nearby that isn't of ill repute? Or maybe one that is?
I like your sense of adventure. Yes. No, there are several places around that you could stay at. The easiest one would be the Cloud's Rest.
Sounds pillowy.
It is indeed. That large staircase up into the main city. You go up there, go in to your right. You'll go past some houses, a little open air market. It's right there.
I will commence my search. And I put down my wine glass after finishing it.
Do I get the impression that this bartender knows anything about like Underworld or anything like that?
Well, sir, why don't you make our first roll of the game as insight?
Nat 20, nat 20.
You have an autocrit.
It's fine. That is a 19 on the dice, so
Oh, jeez.
28.
All right. As you're watching this bartender, he does seem very particular about what he's doing and like where he has all the bottles stowed, because they're not in display at all. They're all underneath the bar. And you do notice that he keeps... There's a certain part of whenever he's leaned back and he's just kind of scanning the room, there's a very specific place that he leans and taps. As you look over to where he's tapping, you do see an interesting triangular symbol carved into the bar, the back bar right there.
I want to get his attention and using Thieves' Cant, ask if there's anyone I can speak to about the goings on.
Well, speeches about goings tend to be going in speeches, and he just sort of like starts repeating words and going back and forth, and to everyone else it just sounds like he's drunk. But he lets you know...
Must have had the 400 gold wine behind there.
He lets you know, Tyrrell, that if you go probably a little bit later on out back, people meet.
After that conversation, Ragna will just sort of push her half full water away, more convinced than ever that it is not quite water.
No, is there something else you're wanting?
Or maybe just the food, please and thank.
Oh, those should be ready right about now. Let me go check on them. He walks over to sort of the side that's more towards the dock, disappears into a little back room. A few minutes later, he emerges with plates, with a like brightly scaled red fish, steaming hot. Sets them down. There's lemons and various garnishes across it. Here we are. Eat up.
Thank you very much, kind sir.
Be right there. And he walks over to another table.
Ragnar, is that all for you? It is Ragnar, right?
It is. Yeah?
No, I ordered a dish as well.
Ragnar will
that's
start
good.
with the garnish.
Ragnar, where did you say you were from again?
Oh, I am from Skyrim originally, but I have been traveling quite a bit.
She
A
says
fan
this
of
as she
lemons,
picks
are you?
up like half a lemon and just starts
Yeah.
eating it.
Yeah.
A fan of citrus, are you? Those in Skyrim?
No, no, there's not a lot of citrus in Skyrim.
Ragna, it's supposed to be squeezed over the fish.
Oh, okay. Curious?
Aoife will just reach out her hand and take a handful of the fish, just shoink, and start chomping on it.
You chomp down through spine, through scale, and
That's fine.
you all watch this. Doesn't seem to bother her that much.
Aoife, man, you understand that you're not taking down that foe anymore. It's been a year since that happened.
Oh. Right.
The fish is dead, you do know.
Oh, right. Sorry, it's... I'll admit, I'm not around people all that much these days.
They're not my favorite company either, but, you know.
And I slowly put the handful of fish down and pick up a fork.
Simple enough.
Sorry.
As everyone's just shooting shit, I just want to like keep an eye out and just like look around, see if no one's starting fights or any along those lines.
Make
And maybe like just keep an ear out for rumors.
Sure. Go ahead and make a perception test.
17.
Okay. As you look around, most of the people around here, they're either coming in, sitting and eating, or they're unloading boats and crates and moving things up into the city. Occasionally, some guards that are dressed in these bright, like, golds and blues. Their helmets will have these large, like, feather adornments, dressed in sort of the motif of an eagle. Will come down and walk about, and then they'll go back up into the city. But it doesn't seems very busy, but doesn't seem like there's any scuffle starting. Would you like to make a scuffle?
Absolutely not.
Figured I'd offer.
Alt would continue to only have his wine as they continue to sit down. He'd probably order another one. But he also would want to ask, say, bartender, when did you say that speech was going to be? And what square did you mention it would be in?
Oh, when you head up the stairs, just turn towards the biggest building that you see. That'll be the Fighters Guild. Go past it. That'll be where the speech is being held. It should be in about 20 or so minutes now.
Oh, that's not much time at all.
He says, looking at his arm, because that pantomime made sense.
What do we owe you for? And I gesture to everybody's stuff. For food and everything.
Oh, catch of the day plates. It's about 20 silver for everybody.
While that conversation's going on, Ragnar's just going to kind of like lick her lemon.
I'll pay him.
It is still tart.
Ragnar. What? Here, 1 second.
It's quite good.
I say, let me see it. I take out my hands
Stop
and I
her.
just
This is delightful.
sprinkle nothing over it, and I'm going to cast Prestidigitation and make it taste like fish.
Make the lemon taste like fish?
I'll take it back.
It now tastes like the snapper on your plate.
What? But this...
It's the spice of imagination, Ragnar. It's my favorite.
That's incredible. Did you taste this? Cat, here.
I'm good, thank you, Ragna. I leave no... You're just gonna never mind. Oh, this is gonna be so much worse than the ride over.
And with that, your meal continues,
Probably.
unless anybody wants to continue in that. Okay. Meal continues till about the time for the speech to take place.
I suppose we should be off then. Is everyone coming to see this speech of sorts?
It's on the way.
Well,
I suppose I should.
Till, are you going to accompany us? Are you going to, All right. Well,
Yeah, I'll be there.
and Altamir is going to step back from his seat, pay for his meal, and just start to walk off and be like, well, I suppose I'll lead the way.
Is everybody following, or are we just letting him wander off on his own?
Oh no. I'm gonna.
We'll follow with a hand on Bashir.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna mount up if that's cool.
Oh,
Are there mounts around the city? Or...
Yes, your horse and your cinch. We have a stable right over there. Unless you're taking them through the city to leave, generally, especially right now with all the guests here, generally don't want them going.
Mhm.
The stable is free, though. No charge.
I
Oh,
need to go.
wonderful.
I will go stable up Kralis.
I will crouch down in front of Bashir and just kind of put his head between my hands. He didn't say no one likes you, just that. Okay, he sort of did say no one likes you, but not you. So please stay. And I'll kiss him on the forehead.
Just like this rumbling purr, way louder than any of you expected, just emits from this large cat. And
I will.
it just like sits right there. Oh, do you mind taking it to the stable and then telling it to sit? It's taking up a lot of space right outside the bar.
Oh, yeah. Bashir. And I'll walk him out. Repeat the whole thing out in the stable area.
Excellent, excellent. So your mounts are stabled for now.
I will
Ragnar-
also be stabling elk.
Oh, I forgot about the elk. Right.
Yes. Elk.
At the sight of the elk, the stable master, and really everybody that you've walked past goes, oh my, that is... We
It's
haven't...
fairly large, it's true.
Is this a Valenwood breed, or is it from the north? And just like, can I come close? Is that okay?
I'd prefer if you didn't.
Oh, okay.
He can be a little angry sometimes.
Hang on, I haven't needed to use it in a while, but I always keep a good fresh stock of, aha! These are oats from northern High Rock, sort of around Stormhaven. It's pretty, I mean, if this, is this a northern breed? I think it is, based on that coat.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, excellent. It like has a handful, goes and offers it. What's your elk's name again? We'll have that written
Elk.
down. Oh, that's probably why I don't have it written down. Excellent.
This is
excellent.
Elk.
Ah, straightforward.
Isn't he lovely?
He is magnificent. I
Thank
will
you.
take the best care of this elk.
Please do. Here's a gift.
Oh, that's a mighty fine gift.
Isn't it, though?
I will. You've noticed that the stable master is much shorter than pretty much everyone else around. Everyone is average, about 5'10" to like 6'3". It's pretty normal range. The stable master is like 5'4". So he's like reaching up to give your elk the food.
I will also, as he does so, I will cast Speak with Animals. Elk. Be good. Be nice. I'll come back for you later. But I have to go help with the thing first.
The elk just sort of trots into the stable.
Thank you.
It nudges at the stable master a few more times because he still has some oats in his hand. Continues eating down on them.
That's a good boy.
All right. Now your mounts are stable.
Mm-hmm.
That was quite the menagerie that you brought to the Somerset Isles. Have you all been trained as tamers of anything?
Horses are pretty common as mounts.
That's fair, but those of a cat like that, Ragnar? You would make good coin as a traveling troupe performer.
Oh, in the south, you know the south.
I'm familiar.
They're pretty common.
I need to
I have
travel
a
there
way
someday.
with animals, that's to be sure.
That one's no surprise to me, Aoife.
No, I suppose it's not.
Shall we be on then?
Well,
Ah,
I
sure.
suppose. Let's go see this speech.
All right. I guess we're going on.
All right. And as you all make it up, in the dock area, pretty much everyone was of elven descent of some kind. Once you get up into the city, though, you see Khajiit, you see Bosmer, you see Altmer, of course. A few Imperials, not nearly as many, and the occasional Breton or two. It's a bit more of a diverse crowd here, though still primarily Altmer. As you maneuver towards the square where the speeches take place, you notice those couple of guards that you had seen with the large eagle adornments. They are plentiful now. Ragna, as you guys are walking through this area, you do see the large structure with the red banners and the swords crossed in front of it, and you know that is the Fighters Guild. You do see several people outside giving orders, moving things around. Right over there. No, okay, I need you two posted there, and you come back. You're not... No. Go in. After your last mission, not having it.
Cat, we could maybe... They seem busy. We could stop by tomorrow, maybe after the speech and sleep and stuff.
It's early afternoon, Cat. It sounds like
Are
you're
you afraid
procrastinating.
of going?
I'm not afraid.
Oh.
A bit rich coming from you, Aoife, but
Oh.
we don't know how long the speech will go. And they seem very busy.
I, for one,
Job
would
and
like to-
livelihood.
I mean, don't you have things to do? We could go do your things.
Ragna, do you wear any Fighters Guild insignias?
Would I still have one?
I mean, you've been reinstated, so yes. They would have given you one. You would have had a choice between like a full tabard, a small flag, or just some like a small medallion that you could attach somewhere.
Then yes, the medallion. I thought I was being reinstated. Not yet, so. Then yes, I have no hesitation.
My bad.
Let's go in after the speech.
As you
DM, I have
walk
a
by,
question.
the one that's barking all of the orders sees you. Says, wait, you don't have your assignment yet. Come back.
Oh, for me? You have assignment for Ragna?
Ragna pulls out a piece of paper, looks it over. Ragna. You're not on our roster. Are you? I mean, you don't look like you're from here, but...
Oh, you can tell? No, I just got here. These are my friends. This is Kat and
Don't
Aoife,
care about your
and-
friends.
Oh,
Are they in the Fighters Guild?
I don't...
They're as gruff as ever, aren't they, Aoife?
I used to be, but not any longer.
No, I doubly don't care about you.
Why do you
She's
think I
okay.
left?
She's
So
good
you're
with
just
the
getting
paperwork.
here. You're the Nord. Right,
Yeah.
right. We got a missive about you about a week ago. Yes. Okay. All right, well,
Very flattering, I'm sure.
Sure. I'm Lethera Arnsley. I run the guild here. Come to us. Your assignment is particular. It's going to be over on Somerset itself. We'll get to that. I'm a little busy right now. We're supplementing the guards for security. Come back afterwards. We'll talk.
Yeah, a lot of security for a speech?
Well, every Canon Reeve on Auradon is attending, and while the Queen herself won't be here, representatives and representatives of the Crown are in here. You want to be on your best behavior.
Oh, Ragna always behaves.
So I've heard.
But have you heard?
We'll talk later.
No, never mind. Never mind.
Don't! Why are you getting out the axes? This is spears. Simple defense. You have to stand the bridges. I'll be back. And she wanders off to go yell at Recruit.
Sounds
Well,
like
that
there's
went well.
sounds like there's going to be plenty of hot air at this speech, and it won't be coming from the speaker.
You can say that again.
Well,
Oh, the Canon Reeves. Isn't that interesting?
Let's see what they have to say.
seems like quite the company. Let's make our way on.
The crowd has definitely started to gather now. People are kind of packed in pretty tightly. You're sort of in a courtyard. There is a staircase up, but it's being blocked off. And at the top of the staircase, they've moved in a podium. It's very well made, but it obviously isn't a permanent fixture. Several chairs have been placed up there. There's many people seated. All of them are high elves.
Is there anywhere, like, I could stand on top of, like, a crate or a barrel?
So in this
Like
area,
5'3"?
there are sort of raised gardens. So you could stand on top of one of the walls of those gardens.
Cat, do you want to ride my shoulders?
No.
Okay.
If anything goes wrong, I am less effective on your shoulders.
Does it look like there are like people that are ushering certain people to seats, and that's why it's all high elves, or is it like just walk in and seat yourself?
No, so the seats are up on the upper platform where the podium is. That seems to be. I mean, you're a man of culture, come from the land of kings. You would know that those are probably either royal retainers or other nobles. Based on what you've been told here, you can assume that some of those are the Canon Reeves and some of those are the Queen's representatives.
They're the stuffy, stick up your ass type of people.
I turn to everyone and I say, "Oh, that's where they put the useless ones."
Yes. I will climb up on the wall and get a good vantage point. If no one.
It's only about like 2 feet.
Oh, okay.
Raised.
Then.
It's not like you're parkouring
Okay,
up
good.
something. You're just sort of getting up on.
I would like to take a step up and look over the crowd and just keep an eye out
Okay.
as they go to make their speeches.
Sure.
I will join Cat on the wall.
Shorty squad.
Shorty squad.
Cyril, is there a shadow I can find for you nearby?
I was about to say I have already blended into the crowd.
I like turn away and I'm like, Tara,
I'm gone.
All right. You make stealth? Oh, so.
Well, I'm not really like sneaking yet.
But you're trying to blend.
I'm trying to blend. Yeah, that's true.
What's
So,
your charisma modifier?
My charisma modifier is not good. That is a flat 0.
Oh, okay. Well,
Not charisma.
Just so everyone knows, one of my house rules is that you can, if you're trying to blend into a group of people, you can use your charisma instead of dexterity and make a stealth test, and sort of you're trying to blend in with the crowd.
Well, I there is one thing I wanted to ask, and
Sure.
I think I can probably do this, but what I'd like to do is basically just find somebody who looks like they'd be willing to talk, and then I want to take out a bit of fleece from my pouch and cast minor illusion to alter my voice.
Okay, so you sort of back away from the crowd a little bit into there's a little merchant area with some shops and stalls. There's a few people that seem to be packing up. they want to see this show, but they don't want to leave all their goods out. One of them is quite talkative.
I'll go with it. Hail, sir.
Yes, how can I help?
Oh, I am new to town, and there's so many people here. What is all the fuss about?
Oh, the Cannon Reeve is making an announcement about the state of affairs regarding the Emperor's assassination. Dreadful business.
It's a pity, right? Who are all these? Who? And I want to just start pointing out different, like, important-looking people.
Oh, let's see. On the far left is, let's see, who is that? And they take out some spectacles, put them on. Yes. Oh, yes, that is the Cannon Reeve of Vocal Guard. What was his name? Oh, he's some minor noble. No one really knows how he was elected. It's Arantir. What was that house name? Arantir Bereth. Arantir Bereth, that's what it is. Then let's see. The middle seat, that's Cannon Reeve Danye. Cannon Reeve here of Skywatch.
He's the one that was speaking today.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Then let's see. To the right of that's the Cannon Reeve of Skywatch. No, I'm sorry, not Skywatch. Oh, it's been a day, friend. It's been a day. The Cannon Reeve of First Hold. Let's see. That was Keldrin. Keldrin Durai.
Who I assume many important people will be here.
Yes, on the other side, those are the Queen's representatives. We don't know rightly who they are, but they bear her insignia, and so just sort of here. It's weird that there's like 4 of them, though. I don't know if the Queen just needs that many different people to tell her a story of what happened. It's very unclear. Oh, actually, one of them's probably in the eyes. Maybe 2 of them. Oh, maybe all 4 of them. Oh, that would make sense. Yes. Are you here to shop at all? I have many glorious jewels and gems and rings and...
Not even a bit, but here's the gold for your time. Thank you so very much.
You are too kind. Thank you, sir.
I'm just going to move off and blend back in.
Yeah.
Did anyone see where Tyrrell went?
No, I thought he was with you.
I'm sure he's making friends, but he's good at that.
Kat, you actually do notice Tyrrell coming back into the crowd from the kind of merchant area.
He's over there.
Oh, quite a keen eye you must have. You said that you trained in the Fighters Guild as well, but not anymore, right?
I joined them for a couple years before joining the Blades.
Haven't heard much about them, but I know they are prestigious as and nothing else.
I'll make a history test.
Okay. That's an 8.
You have heard of the Blades. You know that they work in the Empire, but nothing really more specific than that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it at my prestigious comment.
Okay.
Yeah, learned how to fight with Fighters Guilds for a couple years. Not for me. Then I left.
Surprised Ragna hasn't gone the same way, but Eva has. Found her own path, one might say.
Why? What's wrong with the Fighters Guild?
Oh, well, your supervisor didn't exactly seem to be a chipper person. Not a good co-worker, potentially.
I mean, people are people. Some are nice, like Ragna, and Kat, and little Aoife. But, some are not so nice.
Just
Met
so.
a lot more of the not nice ones than I did of the nice ones, Ragna.
To be fair, though, he
Yes.
did seem stressed with all the preparations.
Well, and in my experience, the ones who are at the guild itself are usually a little more bitter. It's good that you got out of there, Aoife.
Yes.
Ahem.
Hmm?
Everyone. I have your attention.
This
Why do they talk like that? all the
middle-aged Altmer woman stands in front of the podium. All the Canon Reeves are still seated.
Attention. We're going to begin shortly. Need you all to quiet down a bit. Yes, thank you. All right. Just keep this simple. Canon Reeve Danye has an announcement. If you will, sir.
The middle seated person over on the left side nods his head and stands up. This man is like 6'8". Just even for a high elf, incredibly tall. Wears long flowing robes. Cat, Alt, and Tyrell, you all recognize that he has some symbols of the Mages Guild on him as well. Yes, alright. Everyone, thank you for coming today. This is... well, it is both a somber occasion, but it is an occasion to look forward. A sunset on one era and a sunrise on another. Tiber Septim has been assassinated, as many of you have heard. The perpetrators we do not know. The Dark Brotherhood and Morag Tong have been ruled out. We don't really have good knowledge at the moment, but we will find who did this terrible crime. And by Tiber Septim, I do mean Uriel Septim. Sorry, the Tiber Septim heir. Forgive myself. I am overcome with the emotion of the loss. I have met Uriel Septim once. Great man. Spoke much of his dreams. He had great dreams for the Empire. Now, we will not change what we are doing. We will continue to operate as Skywatch and Auradon and the Isles have always done. We will stay loyal to the Empire that has protected us from Malmer invasions and various raids to our south. We will stand with the Empire that has brought this great era of peace following the Great War. Now, many of you have questions. Will this affect our embargoes or taxes? Or how will the pricing of things change? Will boats still run the same? Many of these details are still oncoming. However, as we know, we will announce as best we can to spread around. I've assembled the other Canon Reeves here so that we can show you that things are normal. As he finishes that sentence, who has a passive perception higher than 19?
Oh.
Alright, Tyrell, you notice behind him just the faintest shimmer of movement, almost as if the stone behind him blew kind of like a tree in a light breeze. After a split second, you're trying to figure out what that could have been. A man appears. We will not remain loyal. He takes out a large spear that has a curved S blade on it, the fine metal handle, and runs it through the Canon Reeve, bursting through his heart. Blood sprays across the stairs.
Our
The
time has gotten
Isles-
interesting.
The Isles will stand strong as we always have. Rips the spear out, waves his arm, and he goes invisible, disappearing. Guards start screaming, "Find him! Find him! Someone, just mages start spraying spells. We have to find him." Archers just start knocking arrows and shooting all around, trying to catch any glimpse of him. You see Lithera screaming at people to try to get them to come into line, to form up ranks, to block any exits from being able, from someone being able to pass by. "Find him! Don't let him escape! We have a murderer!" And with that, we're gonna go to our break. Stay tuned for the break, everybody. We have some wonderful words from our various sponsors. Make sure you grab something to drink, quick snack, and we will be back here in a few minutes.
Oh baby, I love your madness.
Welcome to our Patreon. Here on Open for Adventure, we are making high quality Dungeons & Dragons content, folks. We have a great big world to share with you, and by becoming a patron, you can help us explore and expand upon this adventure. With your support, we can invest in more amazing artwork, better mics, fancy cameras, and overall stream quality. Not to mention, help us get some amazing new merch that we can use for giveaways. What do you get by becoming a patron? I'm so glad you asked. Let's take a look at the different levels and give you a sneak peek at what you can get at each tier. Did you know that the family of the First Lord Theo, the leader of the rebellion against the Empire, actually invented firearms nearly 25 years prior to the current campaign? The designs for this high-tech weapon are the Delaney family's best-kept secret. Also, they were originally invented by the late First Lady Victoria, Theo's mother. Access to lore leaks like this is what you can expect from the first tier, written in blog-style posts after each weekly session. Ever wondered what goes on off-camera? The next 3 tiers give you exactly that. With Stolen Moments, you can get access to text-based roleplay moments, highlighting experiences that don't make it onto the stream, like Leona's training session with Ray and Asmara. Stolen Moments Plus gives you access to roleplay moments featuring our guests, non-player characters, and historical figures, featuring the likes of Marshall, Annalena, and even the Empress herself. And Roleplay Addiction takes us to a whole other level. This tier gives you exclusive 30-minute videos of canon interactions not otherwise seen on stream, like late-night drunken interactions between paladins or tender moments featuring your favorite character ships. The Warm Fuzzies is super simple. It's everything I've listed so far, and also you get your name on stream after our weekly regular sessions. Every session. And our undying love. And finally, the most epic of all Patreon tiers. Drum roll, please. The Lore Master. This ultimate and final tier gets you first look access at all of the content going into our upcoming, official, Open for Adventure campaign setting. Lore, maps, monsters, items, dungeons, dragons. Go ahead, have a look around, make yourself at home, and consider becoming a patron to help us make this fantasy world a little bit closer to reality.
Oh, hi. My name is Express Love. I'm the Senmarian god of coffee. Did you know that in Senmaria, every cup of coffee is made with found familiar coffee beans? That's canon. In Senmaria, every cup of coffee is good coffee because it's made with love by found familiar. Did you know that every bag of found familiar coffee features artwork from incredible members of the tabletop gaming community? That's canon. Each blend and roast of found familiar coffee features cool D&D names like Thieves' Cant, Face Step, and Pact Magic. In Senmaria, every royal meeting that Ray attends features the Cartographer's Blend, a brew of coffee made by found familiar in conjunction with Devon Rue. Now that's canon. Found familiar coffee. Buy it today.
Oh baby, I love your madness. It's so incredibly beautiful. Oh, you shine like gold, so selfless to all, and wild like an animal. Some would say I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know, and give me your freedom. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah I need it. Want your pandemonium. The limit of love is endless, I know. Just do what you want with me. Yeah, I want it all. Could care less the cost. I give you my everything. Some would say I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know, and give me your freedom. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah I need it. Want your pandemonium, Some would say I'm insane and they're riding away, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know and give me your freedom. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. The limit of love is endless, I know. Just do what you want with me. Yeah, I want it all. Could care less the cost. I give you my everything. Some would say I'm insane and they're riding away, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know and give me your freedom. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa.
And I believe we are on. All right. Welcome back from break, everybody. So, some stuff just happened. A man dressed in some interesting, like, red and purple leathers, mostly, had a hood up, difficult to see his face, appeared, brandished a very odd-looking spear, ran it through the cannon reeve, and then just as quickly made some proclamations, and then just as quickly disappeared. Before he disappeared, Tyrell, you did notice that the brooch holding together his cloak had a stag's head on it. Part of your missive that you were given was that the Hiranai house, their crest is the stag.
Yeah.
Yes.
Would I know what this spear is?
You would.
Is this what I'm looking for?
Probably. Yeah.
Great. Perfect.
It definitely, actually, is. Yep.
Well, that is easier than I thought it was going to be.
Wait, were you here to kill that man?
Me?
So, as this is happening, the people are screaming, they're running away, the guards are pointing spears, and y'all are just having a casual conversation in the midst of the chaos.
Nope, absolutely not.
Ragna is definitely going to lean over to Alt and... Are your performances this immersive?
They're not usually that lively, save for one.
While they're having this casual conversation, I am up on my perch on this wall, looking at where the person in purple and red leathers disappeared, and trying to look through the crowd and see if the people are getting pushed by, what's the most tactical escape route, and try to figure out where they would be headed from there.
Since you're up on the wall, you're not getting like bombarded with people pushing and blowing past. Go ahead and make a perception test.
Sure. Oh, fuck. 13. Actually, I'm going to use my advantage.
Oh, for those who missed it in the chat earlier, the random unspecified $30 donation was from our very own Luke's mom. So instead of counting it as a point of corruption to the Daedric Prince of my choice, we're going to count it as auto crits for everybody.
Using my advantage, I got 21.
Okay. As you're looking around, you are seeing various groups, some of the official guards, some of the Fighters Guild, forming very tight lines along a lot of the entrances. They're getting up on the planters. They're trying to cover every line of potential escape. You don't see any of them seeming to be pushed or shoved, or they're tight spears forward, swords out, ready to go. As you're scanning the crowd, though, off to the north, which is kind of off to your left, you do see a few people like kind of panicking. They're in Mages Guild robes, and they both just kind of get pushed over.
Aoife, Ragna, that direction now, and I bolt.
And you are off running.
Did I see which direction she pointed?
I was like,
yeah, she pointed towards the north.
Yeah.
There's no way I would have gotten off a Hexblade's curse on him before he disappeared, would he?
In and out like a flash. No.
Gotcha. Awesome.
Wait. You're all going to join the fray?
Oh,
Why?
I'm gone.
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
I like turn
am
around to say that to
after
people.
him.
And...
Yeah,
Oh,
I shut
shit.
behind me. I'll shut behind me. He's got something I need. You can follow if you want, and I'm after Cat.
He's got something you need. So, you all tear off running. You're not making it as far as you would like to, just because the crowd is so dense and moving, and people are being stopped because the guards are looking and pointing and like, wait. But you do manage to get there.
Am I able to jump from like? Am I able to run along a wall? Can I
make an athletics test?
Athletics.
Yes.
All right.
It's pretty wide. It's like 1.5 feet wide.
23.
So it's not... All right. Yes, you're able to maneuver up and stay on the wall of the planters. There's like a 7-foot gap in between each one, so you are having to dip back into the crowd a little bit because that's not a jump you can make. But going through that, you are getting a little further ahead than most people.
Just
as strong arm my way.
As I'm running through the crowd, I will activate my Pact of the Blood.
What's she doing?
As Aoife runs through the crowd, you'll notice she seems to get even smaller, and her hands go forward. And you see fur start to grow all along her back and her limbs. Her teeth grow longer, her fingernails become claws.
Oh,
as she turns into a fairly large wolf at this point.
So we're just going all in at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Are you using one of the invocations?
Yes.
Okay.
I will be using... Yes, I am using...
Which one?
The big one. The... which one is this? Educate... The focus.
Okay. Excellent. The crowd parts out of your way entirely. The screams shift from just general panic to very specific panic at this huge wolf-like creature that has suddenly shown up. Guards don't know whether to break rank, trying to stop the invisible assassin and handle the feral animal that has just shown up in town. People don't know if they're connected. You have caused quite a stir. This has made room for Ragna to get a little further ahead. However, Ragna, your childhood friend just turned into a wolf. How are you feeling?
Aoife, what the hell? Oh!
I'll hold up my medallion, Fighters Guild medallion. I think she's fine. She's with me.
Make a persuasion test. At disadvantage.
That's fair. Whelp. That would be an 8.
The people are just screaming around where you are. They don't really seem to even notice you're there. a few of the Fighters Guild members that are like freaking out whether they should break ranks or not. They notice what you're doing, but they don't seem any less panicked. Tyrell, what are you doing at this point?
I'm sliding in right behind Aoife and just she's parting the crowd for me, and I'm right on her tail.
Okay.
What's your speed as a werewolf?
The good question. I believe.
While you look that up, I'm just going to say part of why people don't believe me probably is because I'm trying to not be ill after watching that transformation.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's gnarly.
I also kind of want to do something before they go too far out of reach.
Sure, go for it. What's up?
I would like to... Alt is going to kind of be like, ugh, why does everyone leave me here like this? And then he's going to, like, very begrudgingly follow after, at least for a little bit. And then seeing this transformation, I go, man, she must really have a mission. And I kind of, like, turn to the crowd. I go, well, get out of the wolf's way! And then I'm going to snap my fingers and point it in Aoife's direction. And I would like to cast haste on her as this werewolf becomes faster.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I can move 40 feet as a werewolf before the haste.
Okay. Are you large enough for me to climb on and ride?
Don't believe so.
I mean, you could.
Maybe.
It would
Not
like it wouldn't. It's not like you're getting onto a horse. Like.
Okay.
I'm medium size.
Okay.
You do
but
grow.
I'm bigger than Aoife normally is. Yes.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Could it be like as you're trying to catch up to her, she gets hasted and then like makes her way?
Tyrell jumps and just misses. It's like so you've managed to part the crowd. You've gotten to past where the mages are. As you all begin looking around to see any signs of anything, you hear the sound of a horse. Kind of past where the mages are, it's stairs going down into more residential district, and behind some of the houses you do hear a horse.
Going. I never stopped.
That's fine.
Yeah, but say.
As you round into this residential district, you do see a red and purple leather-clad man on horseback tearing out of town. It doesn't seem like they had a lot of guard on this end. And we have now entered into a skill challenge. So I need everybody to roll initiative.
Okay. I have very specifically the werewolf dice from Credit.
Nice.
That's for this character.
Yeah, we're just getting all the secrets out today, apparently.
Told you it wasn't gonna last long.
Yeah.
We're too excited about the cool stuff you did, Goat.
All right.
You now can travel like 80 times 3, like 240 feet around. It's crazy.
Yeah. All right, Aoife, what is your initiative?
Oh golly gee willikers. How do I do things? 9.
Tyrell?
10.
Just going in order here. Alt?
Yep.
8.
All right. Can
well.
we get us straight? Ragna.
15.
All right. Well, Ragna ruined the straight, y'all.
I also got a 15.
There.
Okay. I'll let you guys decide who goes first each round.
No preference on my end, Dragon.
Suppose it depends on what it is.
Taking a picture of that.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no, Goat.
You see the rider. You all see them look back at you, give a wiry smile. The spear still on their back. They pull out a bit of dust, sprinkle it over, and much like what just happened to Aoife, the horse starts moving at much greater speed. Ragna, it's your turn.
That is a
Or
fast.
Ragna and Kat, it's y'all's group turn.
How far away?
He's at least 80 feet away from you at this point.
do you have something specific?
Not yet.
I would like to just shoot him in the shoulder.
Okay.
If you thought I was going to try and shoot the horse out from under him, I'm not going to.
You're a good person.
I am.
Go ahead and make that roll.
Jesus. 21.
The arrow soars and just kind of, it grazes past some of his armor. You see duck. You see kind of a nervous look on his face as he presses the horse harder to go faster.
Yeah, you take that.
That is a failure.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
I am trying to do what I did earlier and see if there's any way I can use the city to my advantage and either cut them off or use something like...
Sure. So you notice that where they're running to, or galloping to, is another stone staircase. You have a feeling the horse will have to slow down a little bit to navigate that. There is a path, though, that goes back up where you are, that maybe you're thinking you could cut them off if you want to try.
I'm going to attempt to try and cut them off.
All right. Are you run hard like athletics? Are you trying to do something fancy with acrobatics? How exactly are you going about this?
I have a dex of 10. I am going to run fucking hard.
All right, go ahead and make an athletics test. Let's see how that goes.
Booking it. That is a 29.
Okay. So
I
you
am
manage.
chugging.
Yeah, you get up the stairs and go around. You're cutting through some of the greenery and large bushes. You manage to get on the other side of where that stairs that you saw him riding towards before he does. That's gonna count as a success.
I prep myself and I will remove my very long katana sword and a warhammer from my hip.
I love it. All right, that brings us to Tyrrell.
Hey, it wouldn't be me if I wasn't muted. He said he's about 80 feet ahead of us, or... Okay. I would take an action. Shit. Okay. I'm going to run ahead 40 feet, which is my movement. Take out my hand crossbow. Take a shot.
Okay.
And that will be a 26 to hit.
Okay. Are you aiming for the rider or the horse?
The rider.
Okay. Deftly pull out that hand crossbow, make a line shot, let it fly. This bolt, unlike Ragnar's arrow, flies and slices right across his wrist. He loses handle on the reins a little bit, and you notice the horse slowing somewhat. That is a success.
Do we need to roll damage on that, or are we good?
No, we're not.
Okay.
All right, that brings us to Aoife. The
Wonderful.
terrifying werewolf.
Ooh, this is my first time playing a warlock. I have all of these things that I can do. Well, first I'm going to cast the Hexblade on him. Hexblade's cursed on him. And then... Oh, do you do what I want you to do? I have so many options. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I would like to... Yeah. Oh, just for fun. Yeah. I sort of rear up and sort of bring my hands together and like this, and push it forward and cast Force Cage.
Okay. Is there a saving throw for that?
There is. It's a charisma save.
Okay. All right. What's the DC?
18.
Your energy goes out, your patron giving you excessive strength. And you can see, no one else can see it, but you see your magics closing in to lock around him. But you notice that he's looking side to side, where your magic is.
Mm-hmm.
Says, I don't think so. And sort of centers in himself and then flexes outward. And the cage is held aloft just long enough where he manages to escape through, and it shuts without him inside. Since it has no one to hold, the magic dissipates.
I give a roar in frustration at that.
Okay.
And I keep running.
Of course. You get pretty close to him. And that brings us to Alt.
Well, Alt is bringing up the rear, but the one thing he's going to do as he sees all of these people chasing after this rider, he's going to look at the rider, and he's going to cast Message, because he's within 120 feet. And he's going to say, have you heard the story of wolves? You know that they love the hunt, and it makes their kill all that much more ferocious. And I would like to try to intimidate him.
Yeah. Go ahead, sir.
That is
find every
a
green
29
thing in my room.
That is a 29 total.
Okay. All right. At first, when you first start talking, you don't really notice any change. You sort of like see his head turn a little bit in recognition that the spell has gone through, but nothing really happens. As he's recovering his hand and trying to get the horse to regain its speed, he slows up a little bit. And he looks back, and there's sort of a different recognition in his eyes this time. And this time he's looking straight at Aoife. Aoife, you've seen this look. This is the look of a cornered deer. This is the look of a rat that knows its days are numbered. You see fear. That's a success. It does slow slightly. It's actually less of slowing and more that he's not guiding his horse well, and he's being slowed down by the terrain itself. That brings us back up to his turn. Let's see, I need Aoife, Alt, and Tyrol to make a charisma saving throw. As fear in his eyes, he looks back. He reaches into a bag, produces something, blows it back towards you all.
15 for Alt.
I use my auto crit. One of my auto crits.
Oh yeah, I kind of want to use an advantage. Can I use that? All right, that's better. That's going to be 23.
A charisma save? That's fine. 24.
Tyrol, what was yours again?
I use one of my auto crits.
Right, okay. Right. Alt and Aoife. You, like I said, you see his fear. You understand his fear. Alt, you're quite proud of yourself. You see the look in his eyes, and it's a look you've seen many times as well. But then the look seems to come off of his face. You can't see him really anymore. And it travels out to the two of you, and it goes into your mind, and the fear you saw on his face starts creeping in over your own. Aoife, what you're seeing as you're chasing after this rider is a dark sky, reddened. and you're hearing howls, and you're a human. Alt, what you see is you see a land of zombies moving towards you as far as the eye can see in every direction. It's undeath. The sky is this strange blue-gray color. And in the place of a rider, you just see a being sitting on a throne before you. Large horns, just smiling. And laughing. And then just as fast, the images are gone. But the lasting effects are still there. You are both frightened.
I'm gonna stop and start running.
Kat and Ragna. That brings us to you all.
How do attack actions work in skill challenges? How many do I get?
You can take your full action. If your action allows for multiple attacks, then you can make multiple attacks.
Sure. How far is the rider?
So at this point, he has zoomed just past you, because you were right there. So you are already braced for your attacks, so you can go ahead and make those as he's traveling by.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna breathe deep, and my gaze sharpens, and I'm using my fighter's spirit class ability to gain advantage on all attack rolls.
Love it.
I am going to attack as many times as I can. The first one, I want to cut the saddle off so he falls off.
Okay, called shot. Go for it.
Oh, I have advantage. I can't forget to roll with advantage. That is a 22 on the saddle for the first attack.
Doesn't quite catch the saddle.
I have more than one attack.
Go for it, yeah.
That is less than before.
Your katana comes around, and as you're going for the saddle, you catch one of the buckles, and it doesn't quite connect through. Your hammer tries to swing around as well, but it's a little shorter than the katana's reaches, and you don't quite get to its saddle.
I have one more attack. That is a 27.
Pulling the katana swings past, you reverse your grip, spin around quickly, and come through with a stab forward. The stab, like I said, he was sort of not controlling the horse very well, so he's sliding heavily side to side. The stab is just long enough to connect into the saddle, snapping the strap. That's going to count as a success.
Does he fall off?
That's what we're about to find out. He definitely falls off. Take a picture of that, too.
If he tries to run, I'm going to attack him with my reaction and sentinel feet.
So, he falls and skitters to the ground. The horse continues running. It seems to be just him, and he's prone.
Perfect. If he tries to get away.
All right. Ragna?
Between the initial attack and this, how have I seen him for at least a minute?
No. This has been about 12 to 18 seconds.
Including the initial attack?
Oh, is it total? Like,
yeah.
Cumulative? Oh, the initial attack was only a few seconds.
So still not a minute.
So no, still not a minute.
Okay. Am I close? Am I within 30 feet of him still? No?
If you move forward, yeah, you can get within right about 30 feet, yeah.
Okay. I would like to... I'll just grapple him.
Just jump and tackle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a strength test.
Just strength, not athletics, right?
Or, yeah, athletics if it's grappling. My bad. Yeah.
23.
as you tackle, he does catch your arms. You sort of guys get locked in a stance, but you're at the advantage. You're kind of holding him down. He can't quite get to his spear on his back. So you have him grappled. Okay. That brings us to, I believe, Tyrell's turn.
Can I get to him with my movement? 40 feet?
Yeah, just about. Sure. Yeah, you can get to him.
She's got him grappled there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put away the hand crossbow. I'm gonna pull out my short sword.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna hold it up to his throat and say, "Stop fighting. I have some questions for you."
Go ahead and make an intimidation test. With advantage.
Thank you. Ooh, 23.
23. You see a certain fear somewhere. He's not saying anything, but there's definitely, his eyes are darting. He's breathing heavily. He's unsettled, certainly. That brings us to Aoife.
I can't go near him, can I?
You cannot.
I am angry and frustrated at this moment.
Mm-hmm.
And as I howl up at the sky, I would like to cast my first Eldritch Blast. Bring down what looks to be like branches, blood red in color. Right in the face.
Sure, go ahead and make that roll with advantage.
Thank you. Is it with advantage or disadvantage because I'm frightened?
Yeah.
So straight roll?
Straight roll, because the grapple is what was giving you advantage. So yeah.
Right. Oh. Seriously. Math is hard. But that's a 13. It's not very good.
It makes contact, but it's making contact. It doesn't get the face because Ragnar's sort of in the way, so it snakes down and punches into his ribcage. But the leathers he's wearing are thick. It just doesn't seem to have much of an effect. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw now.
Okay. Oh my god. Why am I rolling like shite right now?
You do have some advantages in crits.
You know what? I do, in fact. I would love to use one of my auto crits for that. Thank you.
Excellent.
Because
as you've been casting your spells and as
shite.
you've been calling on the magic of your patron,
yes,
there's been this looming fear. You don't hear his voice, but you swear that you're about to at any given moment.
Mm-hmm.
You breathe in deeply, though.
Far scarier than anything
and the
else.
image fades away. You are no longer on the effect of the spell. Alt.
Am I still under the effect of the spell?
You are.
Alright, then Alt is going to stop in his tracks, see Aoife stop in front of him, and is going to see that image burn into his corneas, and immediately, out of a knee-jerk reaction, see the guy that did it go down to the ground and then like lift up his hands, and as he does, he's going to mold earth and make just like a small wall of dirt, and then he's going to get down and get into the fetal position, and he's going to chill right in place.
Okay. Need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. That's a nat one.
You also have some advantages and some auto crits.
I do.
Thanks to Mama Luke.
That's true. All right, for Mama. She gave what?
She gave an auto crit.
All right, I'll use my mom's one. Yeah, let's auto credit. Sure.
For a moment, that laughter, that fear, this endless desiccated horde moving in towards you, overtake everything you're seeing. And then for a brief moment, you see a woman suddenly appear in front of them, and with the back of her hand, swipe through the whole first row of the zombies. They fall to pieces with each wave of her arm. As you look closely, you can see long claws are growing out of each hand, and she slashes through all of them, and she gets up to the throne that this large figure is sitting on, and goes to jam her claws into his chest, and the vision fades. And you are back to normal, no longer on the effect of the spell.
Just a big sigh behind his little wall.
Yes, well, the master has said that a few things need to happen. So, I'm going to need everybody to get in line. Chop, chop! You hear this voice from nowhere, as our first point of corruption takes place. Several beings emerge out of thin air. Some purple-skinned with this dark black armor, some gold-skinned with similar golden plates, large frills coming off of it. They grab you all. You can't seem to resist them, and they pull you and line you up in order. Alright, the first thing you're going to have to do is tell me your favorite cheese. Come on!
Camembert.
Ah, a good one.
Gouda?
Not so.
Smoked Gouda.
Now you're getting less creative. And you take 33 points of damage. Come on now!
Oh, sharp cheddar?
How sharp? Do you think it could cut
Very
open someone and rip out their intestines?
I have never seen a cheese do that.
I'll need
Do
to
you
make some
think
better
it could?
cheeses. I like you.
I don't
There's more
know
of
if
you.
that's good.
I almost roar in his face.
No, none of that. Snaps his fingers and you can speak.
But Gorgonzola?
Ooh, a mighty fine one. You.
You're muted.
I believe you're muted, son.
Every time. American.
What? Make a Constitution saving throw.
$18.
The world grows around you quite a bit. Your limbs don't seem right. Everything seems off. You go to grunt, your classic line, but a "Bah!" comes out. Everyone else, you see Tyrell turn into a chicken. And what about you? I favor the Munster brand. Ah, fine one. Yes. Now tell me. Yeah, we're chasing and fighting. But what are you after?
Do you
Quite a question for someone who just came out of nowhere.
Oh, I came out of somewhere. We all do.
He has a point.
Yes, thank you, Ragna, for clarifying.
You're welcome.
I will not be the one to speak my search to this one, but someone else might.
No. Everyone has to answer.
This one has what my prince is looking for.
Very particular prince. Interesting.
Since
They
no one
had
else
an
has asked this yet, do we
emperor.
recognize them?
This figure? Cat would. I don't think any of the rest of you would. But Cat, this is Sheogorath. And the beings around you are his Daedra.
My answer's fairly boring, and I don't think you're gonna like it.
Well, every answer is important.
I am after keeping the peace.
Bah! That's some Grey March nonsense. I don't like you.
I didn't think you would.
His hand goes out, and you are shoved 100 feet back, right to the cliffside. Come on, the rest of you. Oh. Right. And you become yourself again. I like you. You don't have to answer.
Oh, thank you.
No, not you. The chicken man.
Well, I want to travel and see the world and investigate the world's cheeses. And also maybe, find some work.
It's quite a boring life. Why do you investigate cheeses? You simply eat them.
Well, yeah, but I don't know a cheese until I eat it, right?
Can you know a cheese without eating it? That's a fair question. I like you as well. Alright, last one.
Well, I suppose. Fine. I'm looking for a certain family that I've heard is on these isles, of a certain crest. The Durenis.
Ah. Your specificity is appreciated. Durenis. Old family.
So I've heard. Does this sate your appetite?
Oh, it does. It does indeed. But few of you gave less than fun answers.
Yes, it has more holes in it than a wheel of Swiss.
Now you're just sucking up, lad.
Is
Few of you gave some not so favorable answers, but a few of you are quite nice. So, today, you keep your innards. But just for today. And he snaps. And as he does, the world spins for a second, and all of you are separated. And he is gone.
We're all back where we were left, but just...
No. You all have been moved apart. Cat is still over by the cliffside of the town, the north. This town is up. I probably should have said this. The town is up, like, built onto a several 100-foot high cliff. So you're on the very northern edge of the town. You're, like, 200 feet away from the group.
Can I start booking it back?
Sure. In the sudden scramble, he takes out the spear, slams it into the ground, and lightning strikes where he stands. Stone begins to fly in a circle, and lightning seems to interconnect it, becoming the tendons of a large being, as a storm Atronak takes shape in front of you. That was close. Have fun with my friend.
Can we do anything?
You can try.
I would like to cast Hold Person.
Alright, what's the save?
It is a DC... 18.
Okay. Which kind of save?
Charisma. Check. Wisdom.
Gotcha. The energy of your spell starts to surround his legs. He says, no. And it just sort of crumbles to dust. Does anyone else want to try anything? And he vanishes once again. the storm Atronax slams down one of its feet, and a wave of lightning goes out from it. I need everyone to make everyone but Cat to make a dex saving throw.
Never thought I'd be happy to get shunted 200 feet away.
Yeah, it doesn't quite go that far.
I got on that one. So.
Oh, okay, but that one fails. What was that, Aoife?
22.
22. Ragna?
8.
Tyrell?
29.
And don't you have evasion? So can't you just not take damage on a successful save? I believe that's a rogue thing.
Yeah. Where's that? Yep, there it is.
Yep. Alright, so...
Can I Indomitable that and reroll?
Yeah, of course.
It was Dex?
Yes.
$11.
Maybe a little better.
Right direction.
Tyrell, you see that this wave of lightning is going across the ground, but it's only coming up about 3 or 4 feet, and you manage to leap over it. Alt...
Hit my double jump.
Yeah, Alt, Ragna, you two aren't as lucky, and the wave simply passes over you. Aoife, you manage to sort of get a little bit of cover, but it still clips you as you try to hide. Each of you take... Well, okay. Alt and Ragna take 15, 27... 34 lightning damage, and Aoife, you take 17. Alt and Ragna, you two are stunned. Cat.
I was gonna say.
You're catching up. You're seeing your allies being waylaid by this lightning elemental. Is there anything you'd like to do on your run up? Anything you can do?
How far away am I?
At this point, if you've been move, action, dash, your whole way up there, you're probably about 100 feet away.
I can't really. I'm a tank.
I know.
I can't do anything, so I'm booking it.
Tyrell, Aoife?
Yeah, I'm not gonna fight it. Not if other people are running, I'm not gonna do this alone.
Sure.
Actually, can I observe it and see if this is something I can take?
Sure. Is that a class ability?
No, I'm just looking at it.
Oh,
seeing
okay, okay.
I'm sizing it up.
Make an insight check.
Can do that. That is a 25.
Okay. You know the Atronax vary in power. Storm Atronax are on the upper end of the power. This one doesn't seem to be as terrifying. It's only about 8 feet tall. The wave of lightning it sent out only went out about 30 feet. You might be able to take it.
Okay.
Even if I wasn't going to, I was going to anyway. I'm heading straight for it.
Okay.
Off you
Question.
charge.
That
Yes.
answers for Tyrell as well.
Sorry, I may have missed it. Is that spear still in the ground, or did he take it with him?
It disappeared with him.
Shite.
What
Well,
is
I
there
need to
anything you'd
sink
like
my
to do,
teeth in-
Aoife?
I need to sink my teeth into something.
You gonna
So-
bite a rock?
Well, no. Figuratively sink my teeth into something.
All right, go ahead and I assume you're attacking the Atronac.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and make some rolls.
Yeah, let's see. What am I gonna do?
What?
Still learning everything that I can
That's
do.
fine. When you activated the Pact of the Blood, and then used the invocation, the Pact of the Blood still gave you a boon. What boon did you want to use?
Oh, that. Yeah. Good question. I would like to... I probably would have used, because I activated it before I could see him, before I could see the man I was after.
Mm-hmm.
I probably would have used use it to gain tremor sense.
Okay.
I think, yeah.
I'll look at that a bit more later.
Okay.
So, go on in and attack the, make your attack rolls.
Alrighty, I think I will probably... This is a monster of some sort?
It's an elemental.
An elemental, okay.
It's an Atranak. I can find a picture of one here in a second. I'll post it in the Discord.
Wonderful.
Is that a creature?
It is a creature.
Making sure.
Oh, Lord. When players ask weird questions like that, I'm always curious.
It's not considered a legendary creature, is it?
Based on your sizing up of it, no, you wouldn't think so.
I'm gonna throw an Eldritch Blast at it.
Okay, go ahead and make that roll. And you get to roll like 3 times now, correct? Because you're level 16.
I think so. Not sure how any of this works.
I believe it's 3 blasts once you hit 16.
Sure. I need to do some more reading, but sure. Let me just roll all 3 of them at the same time and see what happens.
Yeah, you get 3 beams at 11th level.
Sweet. Well, that wasn't it. Let's see. That is a 18, 27, and a 22.
2 of them hit. Go ahead and roll that damage.
Delightful. I do not have this creature hexed, because it was on the other one. So, let's see. 10. Oh, that is not helpful when those are... Yeah, no, that was a... That is a 12 and a 13.
Okay. These look like the red vines again.
Yeah.
Vines come out and they pummel into it. Seems to take quite a bit more damage than you would expect. Large pieces of stone seem to blow apart from it. Anything else?
I'm going to... No, I think that's all I got, right?
I believe so.
I think that's all I... And, well, you know, I think I'm gonna try and... It's big and scary looking, yeah?
Yeah.
Then I'll try and keep a little bit of distance there.
Okay. Alt. It sent you a little further back when it was splitting everyone apart. The mages that had gotten knocked over in the initial scatter, they have come around the corner and are staring on at this Atranak that suddenly appeared out of nowhere. It is your turn. You are still stunned, but you can speak. I think you are muted? Or...
I'm going to turn to the mages, and these came from the city, presumably, yes? Or were they with...
Yeah, they were in the city.
Okay. I'm going to kind of like my brain fried, kind of like, what are you all standing there for? What's your excuse? And just kind of like try to get them to, like, they could use some help, looks like.
Oh, that's not one of yours?
No, it's not one of ours.
Oh. Oh, well, that's simple. Tiro, what's up?
Did I get skipped?
I thought you had said you. Go ahead and take a turn.
No, I was saying I was following the lead of whoever was going before me, and if they attacked, I was attacking.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Then, Aoife attacked. My bad.
That's all I'm gonna do.
Sorry. So I'm gonna get up on this thing.
Okay.
It's engaged, right?
It is.
Uh-huh.
You take 10 lightning damage.
Cool. I will just.
As just
accept
like
that.
grabbing onto it, just electricity is arcing through your body.
Perfect. And I'm gonna use my short sword to attack. And I'm gonna use my other auto crit. So, are we ready to roll dice, ladies and gentlemen?
Oh my god.
So,
how many d6 is your sneak attack at this point?
That's a great question. Let me look at that. That's 8d6 sneak attack.
Crit sneak attacks are the best.
So crit sneak attack is 16d6 basically. Plus another d6 for the attack, plus the extra d6 for the sword I've got. So that's.
Doesn't your sword have an effect when you crit too? Does it say crit or roll a 20?
It says when you a20 on an attack with this weapon. I'm assuming it's roll a 20.
It's supposed to be roll. Okay, yeah. So auto crit doesn't trigger that ability. Okay.
Doesn't trigger that ability. That's fine. That's fine. So let's do math. I'm just gonna roll all the dice, and I'm gonna say so. There's 8 plus 16, 17, 18 d6 plus 5. 18 d6 plus 5. 18 d6. I'm using the D&D Beyond, and there's just dice everywhere.
Just coating the screen.
That is. Oh wait, no, I should be rolling more than that. I should roll 2 more.
Yes.
5.
Jeez.
They're both ones. 6.
It's extra 2, and then you add your dex on top
That's
of that.
62 points of damage. Plus, it needs to make a DC 16 intelligence saving throw.
Oh, Atronachs are not smart. Alright, that failed.
Now it's going to take 2d8 psychic damage. And that will add up to 8 more points of damage. So 70 points
Those
of damage.
count in the crit.
Oh, they do. Ha ha ha.
Welcome to the show where Dan rolls all the dice.
17 on top of. So that's 67. No. 69. 79.
Yeah.
79 points of damage.
Did you add your dex to that as well? From the finesse weapon?
No. Plus 5, so 79.
84.
84 points of damage, and the creature is frightened of me until its next turn.
No, it's not. What flair would you like to add in on this attack?
I don't even know, honestly. I just go in with my short sword and just start chopping off every bit I can find until it's just a pile of rocks.
You managed to climb up the back, lightning is arcing through you, and you just don't care. You're pretty sure what you've seen, and the mission is on. And you take your sword, and you're just stabbing into everywhere the lightning tendons are. And every time you stab into them, the connections seem to fade a little bit. And slowly but surely, limbs and arms and body parts, the rocks, the various boulders start falling to the ground. Poof, 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 poof. Until there is no more Atronach. There is only rubble.
I come up. I nod at Tyrell. Impressive.
That was alright.
I walk up to Tyrell. I'm still like spritting, and I go, "Shocking performance, Tyrell, as usual."
Fuck.
Oh, I got that.
I'm proud of you, Ragnar. You're catching on.
Is everybody okay?
I will drop the werewolf form and go back into being Aoife. And just walk into the middle of the rubble and sort of sink to my knees.
Okay.
Ragna will turn and throw up. Actively. And then okay, where did he go?
Before you dropped your werewolf form, Aoife, while that was transpiring, you could feel in the ground as your tremor sense extends out from you, footsteps that were running towards the gate. But they were very quick.
He's running towards the gate, but I don't think we could catch him at this rate.
How far is the gate?
So the gate that leads out to the bridge that connects the city to the main part of the island, it's probably another 80 feet from you. The bridge is another, what'd you say, Van? Like 200 feet long?
Yeah.
Bridge in the Skywatch?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And then once it hits, it opens up, and then it's just you're into the wilds of Aradon.
Yep.
You know that he was headed that way, but you're not sure where.
I'm not quite sure I understand exactly what just happened here. Could someone more educated than I would like to explain?
Murder.
They assassinated the cannon reeve.
And that spear?
I don't care. He has what I want.
I don't know anything about a spear. He had a medallion. He had an icon.
An icon of what?
Of the, what was it? The stag, right?
The stag.
Yeah.
This means what exactly?
I'll make a history check.
Okay.
With advantage.
Okay, that's good, because I need it. Oh, that's a crit. Okay.
Okay. In your research of the Durrani family, you learn that they have sort of not quite the same as what happens in High Rock, but similar to banner houses, ones that are underneath them that kind of support them. One that you've heard of is the Hirani House. The Hirani House has this stag logo. You know that once, a long time ago, a couple hundred years, 600 or 700 or so, the Hirani House was known for its very stark position against joining the Empire when the Empire first sort of emerged. After the Numidium came and the Isles joined the Empire, the house sort of went silent. Much past that, you didn't do a terrible lot of research into them, but you know that they are connected.
Okay, let me roll that back for a sec, and just kind of, as I say that, I go, oh, that looks like one of those houses I read about in one of those old dusty tomes I had to pour over in order to get here. Something, a Hirani family, something boring like that.
Do you know where they're based at?
Some here on Somerset, but besides that, all I knew is that they went silent after this area joined the Empire.
You know that they lived near the Durrani family estate over on Somerset.
So they're probably on the main islet here.
Yeah.
Perhaps they were just wanting to, I think that they were anti-Empire from the start, so that could just be the obvious motivation.
We should go after him.
Oh,
I have to. I don't
Going
have a
after
choice.
them right now when they're far ahead without any plans is a very rash idea.
You start hearing the shouts of soldiers. Over here! Something's going on! You hear Lethera screaming orders louder than anyone else. It seems like the organized front is moving in this direction.
Did people see us defeat that Atronach?
A couple of mages did.
And
By
there's
the way,
rubble everywhere, right?
do we know what that was? Like, do we know what Atronachs are?
Yeah, you all would have encountered some Atronachs before.
Okay.
Mostly flame Atronachs are the most common ones that you would have dealt with. Some of you in the Fighters Guild have probably encountered some of the frost Atronachs. Storm Atronachs are rare. And maybe Ragna would have encountered one before. maybe.
That it may be like you want me to roll for it?
No, it's just you can determine that.
Well, it seems like we have quite a short amount of time before we are joined with company. Do we wish to be here when they arrive?
No.
You did nothing wrong.
I'm with Tyrell. I don't need to be here.
I'm about the same.
We can do nothing wrong and still not want to be here.
It doesn't matter if we did something wrong or not if they don't believe us.
Ragna, if you want to go back to the Fighters Guild or acquire a room for us, I will talk to the Fighters Guild and explain the situation.
I will go get a room. No, 5 rooms, maybe? Not one room. That would be weird.
If you want to save money, I have no issues sharing a room with anybody. I trust your judgment.
Little Aoife, Wolf, little Wolf, Aoife, we have some discussions. I don't know if maybe one room is a good idea.
If you're gonna leave,
We'll
you
see
might
what
want
they
to
have.
leave soon.
I'm going.
Oh, it's no rush, really. I've got that covered.
The guard, the first few footsteps start getting pretty close.
She's gone.
I go, so everyone ready to go? I kind of bring everyone close, and with Tyrell, Aoife, and Ragna, I go, and gone! And I'm casting invisibility at higher level.
Ooh.
To target all of us to turn invisible. I say, good luck, cat.
Where did he go?
We'll meet you back at the cloud. What is it? Oh, you'll find us.
I remember.
And I mean, unless people don't realize that they're invisible, I'm starting to walk away past where the guards would be, or wait for them to come by.
The guard arrives. The Fighters Guild arrives. One of the guards walks up and says, tell me what's going... Lethera walks over and says, Pup, you're done. You. There were more of you. What happened?
You seem competent. I like you. Atronach.
Alright. Where's the rider?
Got away, unfortunately.
You seem less competent.
Well, when you have a Daedric prince decide to show up and have you line up and
now
tell
you
their
sound like
favorite
nonsense. Where's
Yeah.
Ragna?
She left.
That's...
Do you need a message? I'm meeting up with her later.
Tell her to get her ass to the Fighters Guild.
I can do that.
Let's keep going! And the troops move past. The next hour or so is confusion. Shops don't reopen. Some of the taverns reopen, most of them do not. People are talking in the streets. They're going in hushed tones. They're going inside their houses. There is panic ensuing. You get the feeling that something like this doesn't happen in the Isles very often. And as the town seems to try to be collecting its thoughts, you all have gotten your first glimpse at this rider and the dangers in the Isles. We're going to go ahead and call it there.
Can I add a little bit of flair on the end?
Sure, go ahead.
When we all get back to whatever tavern and I invisible everyone, I kind of like start humming a certain tune and I go, Aoife, you're proving to be quite the muse. You see, I've already got a new ballad in the works. The Wolf Who Cried Gorgonzola.
And that is where we'll call it. Alright. Thank you everybody for watching. This has been a pleasure. If we want to go around and just favorite part of the session, where we can find you, and just give our sign-offs. Who'd like to start?
Oh, I'll go. Sure, why not? Hi, everybody. I'm Jordan, aka the Lady Dame. I am here playing Aoife Galart on Fridays. You can also find me every other Monday on the Goldheart Gaming channel. in their Descent into Avernus game, and, you know, streaming on my own channel very late at night Pacific time. Doing a variety of things. Let's see what else. I think that's all I'm doing these days right now. My favorite part of the session, I mean, it had to be our corruption influence. I love that kind of whimsy, just thrown in the middle of, you know, serious business. Oh, I don't have the. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So yeah, that is that's. I think that's it. Is that everything? Yeah.
Just so everyone's clear, that corruption was Sheogorath, showing up, the god of the Daedric Prince of Madness. The 3-point corruption that was donated by good old Graham Crackers has yet to occur. So next week we'll have a bar, so this kind of confusion doesn't happen again. But anyway, who's next?
I'll go.
I'll go. Or no, you go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, do you want to go?
Well.
Hi, I'm Mare. You can find me on Twitter at Archmage of Dice. I'm here on Fridays. You can find me on the Invisible Sun campaign, GM'd by Alex, at 8 p.m. Eastern. And I will be in the Iron Battalion one-shot on Wednesday at 6:30 Central.
Alright, I'll go this time. Hi, I'm Thanrand. Everywhere on the internet, you can find me on Twitter, shitposting. You can find me on my own Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Thanrand, where I'm playing all kinds of stuff. Right now, I'm playing through Dragon Age Origins and having chat take all the answers that I do, and it's hilarious and wonderful. You can also find me here, and then on Monday nights in Fate's Chosen as Captain Elden Vale. My favorite part of the session was rolling 9,000 dice, because rogues are the best. Period.
I also realized I didn't give my favorite part.
Oh, yeah, please.
My favorite part was Alt making a little wall around himself and just going in the fetal position.
I can go. My name's Eva, not to be confused with Aoife. Like I confused all session. I am usually found under the Eva Serrates on Twitter, or Eva Serrates here on Twitch. I loved Alt's little digs, very familiar, comfortable interactions with Tyrell. That was probably my favorite part. And I'm very thrilled to be here in the Elder Scrolls universe with my favorite people.
All right. My name is Luke. You can find me on the Discord and on Twitter at Dr. Petrichor. I am here on this campaign, and otherwise you can find me working on video game cinematics, scheming a desert campaign that will come out soon, that I have plans for soon, and making music sometimes too. So you can find me on Twitter and the Discord. Come say hello. And my favorite part would have to be Aoife just in the middle of a crowd where people have just watched someone get assassinated, go fangs to the ground, or claws to the ground, and turn into a werewolf. Just right there. And then me getting to haste a werewolf, you know, with a little cherry on top. So that was pretty badass.
Alright, and I am Goat. You can find me on Twitter at Mayanestro. There's a thing that'll show you how to spell that. You can also find me in the Discord. I talk there a lot. You can find me here on Friday nights, continuing to run this game. You can also find me tomorrow at 10:30 Central a.m. in the final session of the First Dawn. It's the channel's first short campaign. Just wrapping up. It'll once this one's done, it'll be 8 episodes, so it's a fun place to start back and kind of rewatch and see some of the history of our flagship world, Senmaria, created by Camille. You could find the channels on Twitter at open4 adventure. There you get a lot of updates about what shows are coming out, what we're doing. We have our flagship game on Monday nights at 6:30. Then, let's see, Wednesday we'll have the Iron Battalion one-shot next week. Thursday will be Invisible Sun. Friday will be this again. Then Sunday we have the Sunday Friends. So come check us out. Join our Discord. It's a lot of fun. And my favorite moment of the session was... Ooh, jeez. So much happened. I did love seeing Pact of the Blood come up. I didn't realize we were going to go full Pact of the Blood, the focused invocation, all of it in the first encounter. That's one of my homebrew babies in this campaign, so I'm excited about it. Warm Fuzzies.
I'm ready for it.
All right, hit us with it.
All right, for our Warm Fuzzies on the Patreon, we have Belle Chavez.
Belle Chavez.
We have Orion Skyrender.
Orion.
We have Andrew, Fellowship of the Tables, Bay of Gifts.
The Bay of Gifts.
We have Gamer Live.
Gamer Live, 1 and a 3.
We have Mitch D. And we have Seth. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you all. Thanks to our sponsors, all of our Patreon patrons. We love you, and don't forget to always love each other. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.